One of the most successful pop stars ever is returning to The Voice, giving fans a reason to finally care. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day before we begin the video. Please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Kelly Clarkson's return to The Voice is the exact update the series needs. With Clarkson returning to compete against veteran judges John Legend and Adam Levine in a special Battle of Champions season, viewers can expect a return to form for the vocal competition series. With Season 28 set to premiere in September and Season 29 currently in production, there is no slowing down the vocal competition series. Clarkson will be the perfect balance between Levine's strong competitive drive and Legend's laid-back demeanor in Battle of Champions. Her positive energy and infectious sense of humor always make for entertaining viewing, and her vocal abilities are indisputable. This is the right moment to bring Clarkson's brand of enthusiastic cheer back to The Voice, especially facing off against coaches who have already won the series themselves. It is guaranteed that Battle of Champions will bring back the competitive dynamic that made the series special in the first place, and Clarkson is the perfect coach to balance the mix. The Voice is in need of seasoned coaches. Clarkson's initial departure came after she took a brief hiatus for Season 22 before returning for one last season before she turned her attention away from the vocal competition series and towards moving her daytime talk show series, The Kelly Clarkson Show, to New York City. Clarkson's exit occurred at the same time that the series suffered the core loss of Blake Shelton after Season 23, who was the one remaining of the original coaches who had been with the series since the first season. Since then, The Voice has struggled to find the right balance between seasoned coaches and exciting newcomers, as the lineup of incoming talent needs time to develop rivalries in the red chairs. Season 28 will premiere on September 22 with returning coaches Michael Bublé, Reba McEntire, Niall Horan, and Snoop Dogg. Each judge for the upcoming season is a skilled vocalist and entertainment professional in their own right, but each of them is relatively green when it comes to coaching on The Voice. One of the best parts of the series is the competitiveness between the coaches, and, in the past, rivalries could span years. Clarkson and Shelton were known for their bratty exchanges on stage, and the friendly competitiveness was something many fans of the competition looked forward to season after season. While the current age of new coaches needs time to build up relationships and rivalries, debuting a new version of the show that reunites returning champions like Clarkson, Levine, and Legend is exactly what the viewers have been craving. Battle of Champions will showcase the best of The Voice. NBC announced that Battle of Champions will be a revamp of the program the audience knows and loves, with an update to the format and new rules that will bring even more excitement to the gameplay. A new twist has been added, where the coaches will be given the opportunity to compete for special advantages when it airs in the spring of 2026. CeeLo Green, a coach from the original season, will return to the series to judge the in-season All-Star competition, where returning artists from each team will compete for the chance to help the coaches win 2 places in the finale. The series' ability to innovate while remaining true to its core value of platforming the best vocalists at every stage in the competition is one of its strengths. Bringing in new rules and different incentives will provide exciting new attention-grabbing twists to the series, while the familiarity of the seasoned coaches squaring off against each other will be exactly what the audience has been missing. Clarkson will perfectly balance Levine's rock star intensity and Legend's crooner charisma, as they all engage in the familiar competition of wooing the best vocalists to their teams. Though Season 28 continues the tradition of bringing back recent winners and competitive coaches to square off against each other, like McEntire and Horan, who faced each other in Season 24, or Snoop and Bublé, who challenged each other on Season 26, having veteran coaches return makes Battle of Champions exactly what The Voice viewership has been asking for. After years of familiar faces and familiar formats, one of the biggest names in pop music is making a triumphant return to the red chairs of The Voice, sending shockwaves through both the music industry and longtime fans of the show. In a time when television singing competitions have struggled to recapture their former glory, the return of this chart-dominating global superstar has breathed new life into a series many had stopped paying attention to. Known for a voice that spans genres, a legacy of award-winning albums, and a stage presence that electrifies stadiums, this returning artist is not only a pop icon but also a cultural force. Their name is enough to reignite interest from viewers who once tuned in faithfully but gradually drifted away as the show became more predictable and less emotionally engaging. Social media lit up the moment the official announcement dropped, with hashtags celebrating the return trending across platforms. Fans expressed a mix of excitement, disbelief, and nostalgia. Many claimed they had stopped watching the show seasons ago, but were ready to return simply because this artist was coming back. That level of devotion speaks volumes about the star power and emotional connection this individual holds with the public. During their original tenure on the show, this artist brought a rare combination of mentorship, authenticity, and showmanship. Their banter with fellow coaches became must-see television, but beyond the fun moments was a deep investment in developing real talent. Contestants regularly described the coach as someone who listened, guided, and inspired, all while pushing them beyond what they thought was possible. This return feels different, though, not just like a revival but a reinvention. The music world has shifted since their last appearance, and so has the artist. Now older, wiser, and perhaps even more determined to make an impact, they are coming back not just to coach, but to lead with purpose. In a recent interview, the artist spoke candidly about what brought them back to the show and what they hope to achieve this time around. They talked about the importance of mentorship in an industry that often chews up and spits out young talent, and how their own journey was shaped by people who believed in them before the fame and fortune ever arrived. They also addressed the fans directly, thanking them for their patience and support and promising that this next chapter will be filled with surprises, honesty, and most of all, music that matters. That kind of heartfelt message reminded everyone of why this person became a global icon in the first place. Behind the scenes, producers are said to be working hard to match the energy and prestige that this return deserves. Set designs are being refreshed. Musical arrangements are being reconsidered, and a few format changes are even being discussed to make space for more organic and meaningful performances. Fellow coaches have already expressed their enthusiasm, with some calling the return a game changer for the show. One returning coach even admitted that having this particular artist back in the fold pushed them to rethink their own approach to coaching, saying that working alongside a true pop legend adds pressure but also motivation. Industry insiders are watching closely too, noting that this return could signal a broader shift in the role of music competition shows in shaping mainstream music. Once seen as powerful launchpads for new careers, many of these programs have lost that influence, but with a name this powerful attached to the brand again, there is renewed hope that something lasting and impactful might emerge from the coming season. It is also worth noting that the artist is currently experiencing a creative high, with a new studio project rumored to be in the works and several recent collaborations receiving critical acclaim. Their presence on The Voice at this particular moment feels strategic, blending personal evolution with public exposure in a way that benefits both the artist and the show. For contestants, the return means much more than just learning from a famous figure. It is a rare opportunity to connect with someone who has lived the full spectrum of what the music business has to offer. From meteoric rises to personal lows, from reinvention to resilience, this coach brings wisdom that cannot be taught in any classroom, only earned through years of experience. The stakes this season feel higher because of that. Each performance will be measured not just by vocal strength, but by the ability to connect, to interpret, to take risks, and to show heart. That is the kind of atmosphere this coach fosters, and it could lead to one of the most emotionally compelling seasons the show has seen in a long time. Fans are already speculating about which type of artists this coach will gravitate toward. Will they look for raw emotional power, technical precision, genre-bending creativity, or something else entirely? That mystery only adds to the anticipation. Another element creating buzz is the possibility of a live performance by the coach themselves. While nothing has been confirmed, the mere idea of the artist taking the stage again in such an intimate setting is enough to keep viewers on the edge of their seats. The thought of a stripped-down acoustic moment or an epic duet with a contestant has fans dreaming big. As the countdown to the new season begins, one thing is abundantly clear. This is not just the return of a celebrity coach. This is the return of a voice, a spirit, a force that once helped define what made The Voice great in the first place. And now, with the return of one of the most successful pop stars in modern history, there is finally a reason to care again. Season 28 of The Voice premieres Monday, September 22 at 8 p.m. ET/PT on NBC. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe to our American Idol YouTube channel for more updated news.